This is the Nissan Qashqai next generation 2014 model, just been released. A very interesting new addition to the crossover market in terms of being part SUV and part saloon. Of course, Nissan created this genre in 2007, but they've come back with a bang with the all new evolution, I would say, of the model. This particular model is the diesel 1.5, which offers very good economy, around about 74 to the gallon on general cycle. Comes with a huge amount of technology built in, and is actually a very nice car. As with the previous model, it has the full fold down rear seats, has a nice platform here. This is actually a luggage compartment platform, so if you look at it from a distance you'll get the idea that this is the actual floor of the car, and these sit on top and can also be used to manage the storage of stuff in the back. It's a nice little touch. Under the bonnet, a nice looking 1.5 diesel, newly designed, we're told, in all sorts of ways to make it more efficient and quieter and smoother. Inside, it's got a nice, simple, easy to read dash. Like the great driver visibility from this sort of sit-up position. The new addition is a center 5-inch or LCD, which contains specific information that you might want. Let's take a look at some of the technological marvels of these cars nowadays. It's all governed by a little button push here on the steering wheel, and if I hit the enter key, you'll see that I get a whole heap of options given to me. So I've got driver assistance. If I can cycle through that, we get the driving aids, things like the driver attention to make sure you're not nodding off. Traffic sign recognition, so it shows you what the speed limit is at any point. You can see that at the top there, just to give you an example. It's blank at the moment. Parking aids, obviously, which is, if I go through onto that, that's moving object to make sure you don't run over anybody when you're reversing out of a car park. And all your sensors, and the volume and the range, basically an efficient kind of radar system. We have chassis control, which gives you or sets the car up for pitch and yaw with some automatic braking functionality. I'm not really sure I can detect that in use, but they claim it's really valuable. And two steering formats, normal and sport. So if you want your driving to be a little bit more sedate, you keep it on normal. If you're a bit of a rally racer, then put it onto sport mode. And you have things like obviously target tire pressures front and rear. We saw this on the Nissan Leaf. You have to wonder whether, rather like the clock on a VCR, people will actually use 99% of these settings, or just leave them on factory default, and you'll get the equivalent of the flashing 00 on the old tape decks. But it's nice to have. One interesting addition to the new range is this very deep, I don't know if you can see that, locker for holding and charging your tablets and mobile phones and other things. It has a USB port in there and an aux in port. So it's a very solid entertainment cabinet or storage area, as well as this standard tray on the top. Plenty of leg room in the back, hold easily 3 people in comfort. The higher end models, the Tecna version, comes with a significant amount of technology included as standard. Parking assist being one, which we'll try and do a run through of. Yeah, let me try see if I do that. So, watch the man with the Segway. We're going to go find out. We're at the spot. We're going to try and find ourselves a parking space. So we switch on the camera system. And we'll see here, ensure it's safe before maneuvering, and we have PA for parking assist. If I hit the PA button, we'll see that this little orange triangle here is the radar scanning. So if I move forward, use turn signal, so it knows to scan on the left side automatically for us. Then I pull the car forward. Now I'm just going to move forward to give the system chance to scan to see if the space is suitable for parking. As you see, we're just passing through and we should get some sort of indication. Space found. It says drive forward a little bit more. Stop and select reverse gear. So I'm now in reverse, and then it just says drive backwards. And from now, if I got my hands off the wheel, as you can see here, you'll watch the steering wheel as all I'm doing is going backwards under power, but with no effort on my part. The car is quite miraculously parking itself. Very cool. Now I take it forward, and again you'll see the wheel moving without my hands on it as it parks facing forward. And then I'll take it once back just to get a nice set of greens, and we're done. Park assist finished. So here we are in the Nissan Qashqai,
2 kilometers.
driving through the glorious Spanish sunshine. I would say sunshine, except it's not really. It's kind of dismal. It's a smooth ride. It's very tractable, all on the road. You don't feel particularly vulnerable. Nice visibility from up here. Been driving now for about 30 minutes or so, and not noticed anything untoward about the car. This technology can get a bit intrusive at times, as you inadvertently wander across a lane and hear a beep. Can drive you a bit nuts, actually. So I suspect many people will turn that off rather than put up with it for a very long period of time. At the moment, we're cruising at around 100 kilometers an hour. It's quite quiet. There's a little bit of road noise from the larger tires, but overall I have to say that the designers have seemed to have done a pretty good job in terms of the aerodynamics and the smoothness of the ride.
After 500 meters, leave the roundabout at the third exit.
Thank you, madam. Our initial view is that the Qashqai is actually a worthy evolution of the crossover market, and it'll probably sell very well.
At the third exit.
So, what's our impression of the new next generation Qashqai from Nissan? Well, we've been driving around in the diesel 1.5, which has an incredibly efficient engine, which gives around about 74 miles to the gallon, and we found that that was actually a realistic figure even on traveling when we did our driving around. You know, it emits around 99 grams of CO2, and which is incredibly low for this kind of a vehicle, with the kind of space and capacity it has, and it drives really nicely. So from that point of view, as a driver's car, absolutely first class. For a practical family car as well, also an excellent choice. The design of the car is also first class, we think. It has that kind of bang up to date modern feel. It really does have bags of appeal. It's good to see that Nissan's trying to keep the reputation of this brand alive and not dull it down and make it sort of boring. So there you have it, the Nissan Qashqai next generation. As usual, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it and share it and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more goodies like this.